I'm not alone, because I'm pretty sure there's someone in this wall. I've been here for, I'd say, about 14 days. I had like 2 weeks of the isolation zone. But like I say, I don't think it's having any deleterious effect on me. You hear that? Well, I'm pretty much fine. The one in the wall, I think it's upstairs as well. They gave me this. From the olden days, the before times, Wi-Fi, other than me, not like me. I'm a man. Wi-Fi is a different thing, but I've forgotten kind of where it was and where they came from, and even what they look like. But they did give me this, I remember, to keep me alive. This is on the internet. I can't remember what that is.
You are bloody knob oil.
So, joking aside, actually, I'm doing pretty well at the moment. I hope you are doing well and that your family and friends and so on are not suffering. And if they are, I wish them a speedy recovery and so on. I was hoping to do more of these kind of vlogs while these quarantines have been going on, but it's an unprecedented thing and you're not quite sure how you're going to deal with it. I think I'm dealing with it pretty well. As I mentioned before, I'm a person who's pretty okay in my own skin, so I don't often feel the clamouring to go out and socialise and so on. But even for me, the kind of disruption in everyday life, your routine is starting to get to me. We both, me and the wife, are feeling a little bit kind of in limbo at the moment. I'm going to bed at strange times, getting up at strange times, and so on with this isolating going on. So I'm sorry I've not been doing as many videos, but a lot of stuff is just how you feel, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Address some of the things to do with streaming and specifically to do with Discord. A few people have asked for a Napyet Discord channel, which is an interesting prospect. It's not a number of people have asked. I'll talk about that. In terms of streaming, I'm really enjoying that at the moment. The Napyet channel is primarily Star Wars Galaxies related, so you might have noticed that last week I did a stream of Star Wars Galaxies on YouTube, and then on Twitch I've been trying to do other things because the days of just playing one game, one MMO that is your passion game, have kind of passed for me. I'm really into Galaxies and so on, but I can't just play that one game. So I've been playing Mount and Blade. I've played through Doom, finished that. There's an XCOM game coming out, a little mini XCOM game that's like it's not a full price thing. It's like a short campaign that I'm looking forward to playing. So I thought I could play that on Twitch and sort of mix things up that way. With regards to the Discord, a few people have been asking for the Napyet Discord, and there's a couple of things that are going on in my mind, and I'll try and articulate them as best I can. The first thing is that if the reason people are asking for a Discord is because they want to connect in Legends, what I want to do, Star Wars Galaxies, is urge people to go to the Legends official Discord channel. Because that's already set up, it's very active, it's game specific, it does everything that you could want kind of with regards to that game. So what I would want to do is kind of push people there. Now, when it comes to Napyet, it's interesting. I've held off from doing a Discord for a number of reasons, and one of the reasons is I've jumped into things too early in the past, and because it's been premature, and so the way I approach things these days is kind of more of a feeling. How do you feel about it? and at the minute for the Napyet thing, it seems premature. So I know I remember the days of having 200 subscribers and trying to figure out how could it ever be the case that you would have thousands of people watching you. So I don't want to devalue the people that are here and that are interested in the channel. But it is still small potatoes, and 2 or 3 people recently asking for a Discord channel is not really enough to kind of put that into place. I think it's premature, and a lot of this is to do with past experience. We all come to things at different stages of our lives, and I've been at places where I've jumped the gun, I've gone too soon, and become demotivated and frustrated when things are not really called for, and there's not enough interest there. So I think it needs to, if it ever does, it's not the right time. It's too like a Mickey Mouse operation at the moment. My YouTube, well, Mickey Mouse is the like the biggest property in the world, but Disney, they own everything. But let's say a little bit of a shit show, my YouTube output at the moment. And there's a whole thing now with it being, there's a process in place, and people think that you're trying to do that thing. So when I first started YouTube, I really was kind of like, I'm going to be Mr. Gamer Guy, right? I'm going to do the Twitch thing and the YouTube thing. I'm going to play games online and people will watch. And I've since realized that not only does that not happen, and it's very hard to make happen, it's also something that I've learned over time that I don't necessarily want. I'm not sure that I want to. I like the idea of people watching the videos, but I don't like the idea of having a fan base. It doesn't compute in my head. I mean, who the hell am I to, I'm just playing games. So this weird kind of idea of being in charge of a community that surrounds your content seems weird to me. I can't compute it yet. I need to figure it out for myself, and I'm kind of not quite there yet. And also, I'm not consistent enough in what I'm doing online. I kind of do it when I feel like. You'll notice I don't give like schedules and stuff, and it's for a reason. It's because I don't trust myself to be able to deliver what people are looking for. And if something like a Discord channel kind of is an example of that, I'm not someone who, when I'm not streaming, I'm not editing a video for future publication on YouTube. I'm not hanging out online. I go and do other stuff. I'm not actually thinking about it very much. I kind of post it. I drop in, see what people have written in the comments. But the thing with the Discord channel is you need to man it. You need to be responsible for it. You need to realize it's a community. And you don't want to take that thing that lightly. You don't want to jump into that. I don't take it lightly. It's a responsibility. It's like, oh, you don't have to do much. Just set it up and we'll hang out in there. Or, same thing with setting up a guild in Star Wars Galaxies. I'm spitting. Set it up and it kind of run itself. No, that's not the reality of how things work. If you set something up that has your name on it, you need to take it seriously and be responsible. And I'm not sure it's something that I want to take on, being 100% honest. But, I like creating the videos, and I like that they're entertaining to people. So I'm going to continue doing that. And maybe in the future, if there's a critical mass of people that follow the Napyet channel, I will do it, but it's premature right now. So we'll see in the future. I don't want to put a number on it, but I don't know, if we get to 5,000, I'll revisit the idea and see what I think at that point. It's part of your life experience why you do things, and without going into like the minutiae of my life, part of it has been about trying to galvanize people towards a project or galvanize people to get interested in something. And it almost always has kind of never really worked. And I don't want, beating the drum, raising the flag for this thing that I'm doing. I don't really want to do that with YouTube. Like I say, when I first started, maybe, but it's so fickle and it's so out of your control that it's very hard. Setting up a Discord channel seems too much like hedging your bets on something that is really beyond your control, and so I feel more comfortable just doing videos when I feel like it. And if you guys want to watch, that's brilliant. I do really appreciate the support, and like I say, I don't want to devalue the idea of the people that are here. I really do appreciate it. It's really nice to chat. I'm glad you like the videos. I particularly like talking in live chat with people. Shout out to Talinator for doing this awesome emote for my Twitch channel. So now when people sub, they get this emote of me like doing the rebel thing, like from that video the other day, because I think it's a funny idea. The idea of me being a rebel, which I'm being hardcore, which I never have been and never will be, but taking the effort to do that for me, that's awesome. And other examples of that, just people being nice online and saying, I like that video or whatever. I really do appreciate it. So that's a little bit inside gaming to do with YouTube and Twitch this time. It's hard to know what else to talk about. What else have I been doing? I'm continuing to write, continuing to do work. I'm trying to turn this whole thing from something that I plan too much to just an expression of enjoying yourself and including other people in my stomach is rumbling. The thing that you're doing, because I have literally tried everything on YouTube now. I've tried animation, I've tried comedy, I've tried story sort of long-running vlog content. I feel like I've tried written stuff, I've tried off-the-cuff stuff, see what gets momentum. And the only thing that gets momentum on YouTube for me is when I do exactly what I feel like doing. The YouTube, the Star Wars Galaxies thing. It occurred to me, if I do tutorials about this game that I'm very familiar with, it's a niche product that no one else is providing, then a lot of people will arrive and the YouTube channel will grow. No. I just started playing the server one day because there was nothing else I felt like playing. And I thought, I'll have a go at a new server. And, people come along because I think they sense when you're doing what you enjoy, and you can't really make a plan for that. You just got to do it. So when it comes to things like Discord, if it doesn't feel right, I ain't doing it. So, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate you guys. I do. And there will be a right time and a wrong time. There's always a right time and a wrong time to do things. And I'll know when it's the right time. If it ever is, I don't know. Like I say, I don't put too much stock in the YouTube and the online video stuff anymore. I just do it when I feel like it. All right, so I will see you soon in a new video, playing a new game probably, and probably Mount and Blade, but we'll see. That XCOM game looks good. I'm also playing there's a Final Fantasy series, not Final Fantasy, Shining Force. It's one of my favorite tactical strategy. It's a JRPG, but also it's tactical. One of my favourite series, and it was never released in the UK. Shining Force 3 I'm talking about, and in the US only the first episode of Shining Force 3 came out, and there are 3 scenarios, chapters in that third game, and fans have re-edited it, have translated it. It was never translated, it was never fully released, all 3 games in the US or the UK, and fans have done it. So I'm playing that. And I've thought about streaming it. I would really like to stream it. However, it is the game that Total Biscuit may he rest in peace, was copyright struck from Sega and led. He put some footage of Shining Force 3 up on his channel, and they not just we claim this for copyright, we strike it, which can take down your YouTube channel. And that was why he boycotted Sega for about 5 years, because they nearly took his YouTube channel down. And so I'm very, very nervous about putting Shining Force 3 anywhere, either on YouTube or Twitch, but we shall see. That is great fun. It's really a blast from the past, but also still good. That's the thing about a lot of these games. Same with Legends and Star Wars Galaxies in general. Because they're old doesn't mean they're not good anymore. They really are good, and there's nothing else like Shining Force. Apart from things like XCOM and stuff. Get into that. Oh, there's Gears Tactics as well that looks good. So I'm not a big Gears of War fan, but I like the idea of turn-based strategy. Always have. All right, so that's my ramble over with. Yeah, like I say, stay in touch, and I hope you're doing okay. Hang in there, and hopefully we'll get to a point where it's hard to think of it like this, but we'll reach a peak and we'll kind of get over the worst of it. But who knows how long that's going to be. All right, I'm going to try and do more videos. If I can think of anything else to talk about when I do a vlog, I will. Maybe you guys could suggest something to talk about in the comments, like a talking head like this. I need some suggestions of what to talk about. Otherwise, I just can't start rambling about YouTube and videos and games. And I would like to talk about other stuff, but I don't know kind of like what kind of topics people are interested in hearing like me discuss, if anything. But if you were to come up with some ideas, I would try and do. I like doing these talking heads. I like talking to people and articulating my thoughts, and people really enjoy them. I really notice, like on these vlog things, lots of people respond. It doesn't get the views of something like the kind of thing that I know will, like a tutorial for Galaxies, but people seem to enjoy them and they engage with them. So yeah, I mean, leave any thoughts for discussion or questions or comments in the comments, and it might give me some food for thought, so I can do one of these again in a more timely fashion. All right, I'll see you later. Thank you for listening to me waffle. At least the chickens have been quiet, and I'll see you soon. They're out there. I think they've gone to bed now. All right, I'll see you. See you.